All right. And let me get situated here. Because sometimes people don't do the
Oh, like give StreamYard access.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I don't see. Yeah, this
Yeah,
way I'll be.
Genesis fussed at me during my last live discussion. She was like, "Why are you not responding to my comments?" And I was like, "Because you didn't give StreamYard access, so I didn't know who was talking."
Right. Right. So then if I pull it up on my phone, then I can also see who's
Right.
talking.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. This is different from me on a Saturday night. Usually I do these on a Friday, but my schedule was whack this week. I shouldn't say that. That's not true. It wasn't whack. So, hey, Maisha. Hey, Tara. Jade. Jada. Oh, there go my Miss Monique. My coworker. I always like to say that my coworker. That's my coworker, Chantress Riggins Gates, and we be supposed to be. I ain't gonna say we don't be teaching because
Hi, Misha. Hi, Jada.
we be
Monique.
teaching, but we be talking about books too, and so she was
Hey,
on one
Jen.
too. Hey, Ayana.
Hi, Ayana. I got to make sure I say hey to Genesis this time because she gave StreamYard access. So I see your name
Okay.
this time, Jen. Hey, Shantae.
Well, Genesis
Hi,
has been
Sherri.
ignoring me because I was asking her if VDE was real, and she just ignored me. So I feel some type
I
of
want to say
way.
I want to say that it's not real, but that somebody was holding on to the license or something for that website or something
I was
like
just
that.
listening. I think I posted. I'm asking for a friend, and then but really the friend is me. But I was just playing around. I know, Sanchez, we do be teaching. We be multitasking. I was like I say, we be teaching, but then we be talking about books. Because she was like, "Why Miko do that?" And I was like, "Girl, I don't even know." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, y'all turn the page and do so and so." So we be multitasking. She's right. We multitask. Anyway, so I am here with Miss Johnny, and I know it's Sherri, right?
Johnny Cherie.
Johnny Cherie.
I know it's not spelled like that, but that's my middle name, and that's the way my parents spelled it and pronounced it is Johnny Cherie, and everybody says Sherry, Johnny Sherry, but it's Cherie.
I remember you saying that one time with when you did Girl Have You Met? No, not Girl Have You Met, Behind the Pens virtual last year. And I was like, oh, okay. And then even though I try to remember, I still forget. I still say it.
That's
But
okay.
you're saying it wrong for so long that you got to recondition yourself to say it correctly. So, welcome everyone. Like I said, I normally don't do these on Saturdays. I usually do them on Friday evenings, but it's all good. Oh, here go Ayana. She's so ready. Don't rush me, Ayana. Don't rush me. So, um, tell me. I'm trying to think. What is the first book I read? How I was introduced to you. Love is a Game. No, it's not Love is a Game.
Loving the game.
Loving the Game. Yes. Yes, that's how I was introduced to you. I don't know how. I don't know. I saw it somewhere. I be all over the place. And I fell in love with those characters. Um, and then I think I reached out to you and invited you to come to Indie Love
Yep.
20. I'm so doggone confused.
2019.
2019 here, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
last one we had to do that. And last one we did. Well, we did the virtual. But yes. So I fell in love with that. And then you did Heartbreak You. So before I jump into my questions on Heartbreak You, I'm not gonna deal on that too much, but it's hard not to because Hope is a spinoff from Heartbreak You.
Right.
How long have you been writing, and what started you? How did you get into writing and wanting to be an author?
I've been writing for a long time, actually, since I was little, younger. I remember writing like short stories in, middle school, high school. In college, I minored in English creative writing, and I actually wanted to major in that in college. And my parents were so against it. They was like, "No, writers don't make no money." So they actually deterred me from writing, but it stuck. It's just something that I just have always done.
Hmm.
And I was writing a book for fun, actually. Just I just was writing, and I
Mm-hmm.
ended up writing a full book, like 87,000 words. And I had was on Facebook, not in any Facebook, no book club. It wasn't like that. It was just a random ad on Facebook for a short story contest. I want to say like 2,000 words or less. And I just randomly entered the contest, and I won. And yeah, and from there, I was able to publish my first book, and the title of that book was "Protect My Sister's Heart."
Okay.
And I they provide, help me provide the cover, the editing, all that kind of stuff, and that was my first release. It didn't do so well, but I ended up signing with Blake Carrington and re-releasing that book, and
Mm-hmm.
that is Loving a Borrego Brother. So that original title was Protect My Sister's Heart, because it was
Oh,
about the Brimage sisters. Yes, it was about the sisterhood of them
okay. So
originally.
when you
And
read it, you added the Barango brothers to it, or they were always in
it was the same book,
it? Mhm.
but the original title was Protect My Sister's Heart.
Okay.
And, I re-released it under the name Loving a Borrego Brothers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't read that until you introduced Dame in There's Always Hope. And I was like, my nosy ass, I gotta go back. Let me go back because I said I mean, I wasn't confused, but then it was like, okay, let me jump back over here and read this after the fact. So it's like a new stuff, but then it was like, okay, all right. Okay, so let's just jump right because they hopping down here in the comments. Um, tell us about give us a brief synopsis of Heartbreak You and how that got started. And because we can't talk about it a little bit without you got to introduce all the characters from Heartbreak You. Let me just go there like that.
Right. So Heartbreak You is the setting is in a historically Black university, North Carolina A&T, in Greensboro, North Carolina. 4 young girls from all across the country. They're roommates there, and they're very, very different. And basically, that book was just talking about their differences and their culture shocks and their past, and sisterhood, I think, and also falling in love, heartbreak while
Mm-hmm.
being in college. And so that was Heartbreak You. And honestly, I don't even know how I even came up with that. I was actually on a cruise ship writing that. My family, they like to gamble, go down to
Mm-hmm.
the casino. I don't do that. So I was sitting up in my room by myself with the door open, the waves crashing up against the ship, and I was just writing. I think I wrote like 6 chapters randomly just one night, and
Wow.
that's how Heartbreak You started. Yep,
Okay.
just playing around with those
Okay.
girls.
So the characters in Heartbreak You are, of course, Hope. Hope and me. Well, I don't want to compare them off, but that's how you can't help it. Hope and Miko, Paris and Malachi,
Mhm.
Miss Paris, um, Frankie and Josh, and then Asha. Is that how you
I-
say it?
Yep, that's right, Asha. Uh-huh.
You can't really put Asha with nobody. Well, she kind of was toward the when she got herself together.
Right.
As we know, that didn't pan out all the way. So, a lot of people don't care for Miko too much.
That's correct. I love him personally, but yeah, he's not a fan favorite. Some people do, some people don't.
Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Ayana, you all off in Asha for the streets. We ain't talking about Heartbreak You too much. We're gonna jump right on into um there's always hope. I will say this. I'm glad that everybody there were moments in Heartbreak You was like I wanted to cry. I was glad Hope didn't go through with the abortion. I was even though Miko was a jerk and he had the bet, like her starting her cycle and him being friendly, that to me, I was like, that was his kindness. I mean, that was,
Right.
I didn't take that as a way for him to was trying to get in to her good graces at that point.
Not at
But
that point. Not at that point.
Right. He was just being sweet. So I think well, of course, he ended up loving her. Okay, what we not gonna do? We not throwing stint roll with Nico. Y'all ain't right. Y'all not right. Y'all not right. But what he did wasn't quite right. But it all worked out in the end for, well, at the end of Heartbreak You, it worked out. So let me jump right on into this. Always oh, yes, Heartbreak You was awesome. It was a very good story. I've enjoyed everything that you've written. I've enjoyed all of it. I think I've read, I believe I have read everything. I believe so. Except for your I don't want to call them anthologies.
Yeah, the Beard Gang Chronicles. Are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody, if anybody is from my admin team that is in here, if you can add those people that are trying to get in, because it's going to be hard for me to multitask trying to let people join the group and moderate this. So if anybody, I don't know, I can't tell anybody's from my admin teams in here or not, but if
See,
y'all,
right, Tara. Tara says that Miko was flawed, but had some redeeming qualities.
he did. He redeemed himself. He really, really did. So that, I think that's why it threw me off from the very beginning. Like, you don't let Malachi come in and convince you to go to the streets, bruh. Like, Monique, no, you're not gonna. Okay, I'm not gonna. Let me leave these comments alone because Monique is like, "Where, Tara? Where?" He did have some good qualities. He did redeem himself out of Heartbreak. Yes, he did. He did. He redeemed himself in Heartbreak You, and then he let Malachi talk him into all for money. That's bottom line what it was for. The
That's all it
money.
was for. The money. It was easy money. I think in the beginning, in Heartbreak You, when Hope got pregnant, he needed money then. And so
Mm-hmm.
that he was doing a little bit of something with Malachi then. He was working with him. And then an opportunity presented itself where he would be driving, transporting.
Mm-hmm.
And the money was, too good for him to pass up, as he says. And that's what got him started into that lifestyle.
I don't think I've ever been to Baltimore. I've been to DC. Genesis said, "Can Johnny see?" Yeah, we can see your comments, Genesis.
Yeah, I can see Jen.
Are y'all down there arguing about Malachi and
Oh yeah, they don't want you to put no blame on Malachi.
no ma'am, don't blame Malachi for Miko drama. No ma'am.
Oh, Deja.
Malachi had his money. Why did he even present? This is my thing. Y'all want to go there. Why did he even present that to Miko? Yeah, Miko could have said no, but he didn't because he wanted that money. And I think deep down he kind of wanted to be close to his mama and his family as well. Like he ain't going to he definitely ain't going to Alto, Texas to be
Right.
around. Okay, so how do y'all, is that how you say daddy? We like had this whole
You know
debate.
what? That has been such a conversation starter. Honestly, it's just the way I hear people from down south say daddy. They don't say daddy. They say like my mom and daddy, my mom and daddy. That's how they say it. And that's where that E comes in there because they're not saying my mom and dad or daddy. They're saying daddy.
Okay,
And
Terry,
honestly, I
hold
was
on.
listening to you and Allegra and Ayana the other day talking about it. And Allegra was right. She was like, I can't believe you've never heard that. That's just the way people down south say it. And it is. It's just a twang, just a little something they put on daddy.
But I'm in Atlanta and I don't hear them say it like that. Terry,
It's
do me,
because you're used to it.
but I wasn't born here. I'm from Los Angeles.
And that's the thing is that people that say it, they don't even know they say it. Like some of the people that were like, how do you say it? Oh my God, what is she saying? I think like, you say it all the time. When you talk, you say it.
Terry, if you could do me, because I see Terry down there making comments too. If you can do me a favor, Terry, and go in and approve people who are waiting, that's want to be in our in the group. Now I let y'all in this group. You better participate while you in here when we be having stuff. Yes, Genesis. I'm from Los Angeles, the LA area. I went to school there. I wasn't born there, but I lived there from 3 years old until I moved to Georgia when I was something years old. I moved here in 2004. I'll put it like that. I just leave it like that. Yeah, I moved here in 2004. So yeah. Um Catherine's a Georgia girl, born and raised. Yeah, I'm not from here. Yeah, now that's funny. She's saying yes. She's saying they do say it like that. I don't hear my students say that. I will say
I
this.
hear I hear not just Georgia, but like, I hear people from Virginia say it, North Carolina, Texas. I hear people from down south say I hear it. I hear it.
Mhm. It's funny. When we are given verbal tests, we do have our coaches will say, now you know they have the southern twang, so certain words don't ding them on certain words. So okay, whatever, however it works. But okay, let's talk about some of my favorite parts. Well, when I love the fact that Paris, Frankie, Gates, be quiet. I love the fact that Frankie, not Asha. We didn't see much of Asha in Hope's story because she's still, or is that until we get her story?
Yes. Yeah, you didn't get much of her because her story is up next. She's
Oh,
still
okay.
connected to them because, of course, Paris and Malachi are engaged, and that's her brother. And
Hmm.
she's kept in touch with the girls, but she's actually living over in London.
Okay.
So you'll get her story next. And so that's why you didn't see much of her because she's
See much.
not in the States.
Okay. But I love the fact that they ended up having a bond together, and Paris and Hope were really became really really good friends. And as I was rereading Heartbreak You, just so that I could refresh my memory on everything, especially when Ayana kept going on, like she's not lying when she said she was in my inbox asking me questions. I literally created, like, seriously, I really created the spoiler page for Ayana. Ayana is a lot, y'all. Love her to death, but she will. I mean, she wasn't lying when she said she asked me. She texted me and asked me what time the schools close in Georgia. The girl, I'm not answering none of your questions about this book. I'm not at all. Yes, Ayana is a whole hot mess. So I had to refresh my memory. So when after I reread it, it was like, yeah, there was a closeness. Um, After a while, I really thought Paris was really going to be the standoffish one. I didn't realize that Asha was going to be the one that
On the
didn't
out.
want to be bothered. So it makes sense that Hope and Paris and Frankie, but she moved back to New York, would be so close together. Everybody know. Anybody who watched the time, I don't be putting her business in the street. Anybody who watched us last week, they already know that you was harassing me 24/7. And like I said, I ain't no book snitch. I don't be telling nothing. I don't tell stuff at all. So they moved to Baltimore. Oh, I skipped some parts too because they were saying mother. I know that I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You hear her say it like that all. I've hear just hilarious say it like that all the time too.
Yeah. And my family, that's, is from Baltimore, Maryland, and other parts of Maryland. And that's how they say it. So it was only right that Miko would say it.
Hmm.
So
So when they go to Baltimore, they move to Baltimore, um, all for the love of the money. But he also did have the property that he was flipping the houses or whatever. Let's just jump right to it when she just knew he was cheating. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad at Hope. I was mad at Hope for getting in the car and following him. Because for me, if I would have hit a certain area and been like, that nigga could have all of that, I'm not going in certain areas. when it started looking shady to me, I would
Right.
have turned around and been gone. I'm not saying he wasn't wrong for doing what he's doing. Please don't misunderstand that at all. Miko was definitely wrong for putting them in that situation. But I'm like this, dude, you weren't even paying attention that somebody was following you. Like you
Right.
he followed you all the way to this warehouse. And so I was mad at Hope. I ain't gonna lie. I was mad at Hope. Because I felt like they both was wrong in that instance.
Did y'all think that Maddie got shot? Do you think he died? Do you think something bad
I thought he
happened
was gonna die and I was just gonna be mad. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be mad at her. See, I'm gonna be like, this Sherri Lewis be doing that kind of stuff, and I'd be like, see, I'm not talking to you for a good 2 weeks because you done made me mad because you done killed somebody off.
him?
So yeah, I didn't want to be mad at you, but yeah, I was scared that he was gonna be dead. See, somebody else said she made them mad too. I don't know. I can't see who this is. Oh no, that wasn't what I was trying to show. I don't know.
Right. Shantae said, and you a whole drug transporter. I guess she's talking about the following part because he didn't realize that somebody was following him.
Right.
Uh,
Yes, that's Genesis. He made me so no, that's not Genesis. I don't know who that is. But I was so mad that who am I trying to take off?
Naisha said Hook wasn't wrong. She was wrong. Like she was
Who
wrong.
said she wasn't wrong?
Maisha.
Yes, she was wrong.
Oh, who says right? Johnny kills the kids. Who is that? Is that Rahel? Who is that?
What kid? What other kids?
They are talking about Brielle, which is
Oh,
Nico's goddaughter.
yeah, I haven't got there yet. Yeah, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart too. And I mean, y'all jumping ahead, but yeah. But yeah, Hope was wrong. And I did think I was scared. And then I got mad at Keisha. Like, don't tell his business yet. Let him.
Yep.
I don't know if Hope would have forgiven him or had any kind of understanding if it had come directly from him or not. You think?
Probably. I mean, because he could have better explained to her why he was doing it, his motives for doing it, hearing it third party after the fact that your son has been shot at. It hits a little bit differently, I would think.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. Genesis said I would have slapped my sister. Well, he didn't slap her, but he sure enough got Mookie good. He gave Mookie that uppercut in the hospital. So he was taking his frustration off. But yeah, I was scared for the baby because he's such a sweet. I love when y'all write the little kids and they have all this personality and little Miss Maven bossing him around like she just, Paul Maddie, he just whatever little man. It's almost like you can envision him just looking up at her, like whatever Maven say, he got, he gonna
Yep.
do.
He's going to go along with it. Yep.
I believe that too, Genesis. I believe that he would have took the news better. She would have took the news better if it had came straight
Definitely.
from him. And then the way the mama just went off, she was like, I worked too damn hard. I worked too damn hard to keep you out the streets for you to go in the streets when it really wasn't no reason. And Hope wasn't the type that, like, she wasn't asking for all of that fancy stuff. That's Paris. Paris want all of that over the top stuff. Okay, I don't know what. I might as well just be quiet and let y'all just,
Sarah.
had it
He
come.
would have. You're right, though. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. He knew how to. He knew how to calm her all the way down.
He did. That one scene where Tara's probably getting that from, where he wanted her to quit her job, and he made sure that she wasn't going to take that job, and that's how he did it in the bedroom.
Now, I work in Southwest Atlanta. You had her in a school, Lord have mercy. But Hope that had no fear. Like she truly came out of her shell 24/7. She had no fear because I tell you what, my first day and them kids would have acted like that, I would have chucked the dookie. I promise you. I was actually put in a situation like that at a school similar, sounds similar to that. And at first, I thugged it out. And I was substituting, so it was cool. But I thugged it out the first week, and then I had this little boy, almost like the little boy you described. I promise you, I always had the little boy you described that was in there cussing and carrying on. And he was doing something, and I was pushing that button for somebody to come. I mean, like I had my finger on the button. Somebody come down here, like right now. And they took him. And when I walked out the building, he was standing across the street with some older guy, and they was pointing.
Oh
And
my
it's like
God.
they saw my car, they was pointing at me, and I got in my car, and guess what? I ain't go back not near another day.
I
Now,
think Hope's resolve was cracking. I think she was about to give up, but when Lil Mama told Lil Sean that he better get down or she wasn't going to go with him with it anymore, I think she kind of got her classroom under control and she said okay. But I think if it had not been for that one moment, she was going to break.
man, when them kids was cutting my tires and putting sugar in my tank, hell to the no. I'm telling you, no, no, I would have been done. Hope thugged it out. I give Hope that she thug. Look, as an educator, I feel all of that. And I was like, God damn, that wouldn't have been me. It would not have been, couldn't have been me, wouldn't have been me at all. Um, so she thugged it out with the job, but then she wouldn't take nothing from him. So she bought her own car. He tried to give her a new car, and she wasn't with it at all.
Yeah, I think she was just part of her too still craves that independence because of her the tight hold that her father had on her growing up. She's always been under control by somebody. If it wasn't her dad, then it was right after that, it was Miko. She's never been able to fully be
On her own, and
on her own, independent, making her own decisions. She's always been under control of someone. And I think that was just a short brief in time where she was trying to gain her independence and trying to be strong.
she did it. She did a good job of it. I'm sorry, it's somebody trying to come in. I think she did a good job. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would have moved out of the penthouse. If he moved out, I would have stayed.
Me too.
My bougie behind would have been like, "You gone? Okay, come pack your stuff. You brought me here, so I'm gonna stay here." But then that would have defeated her purpose of trying to have her independence. So let's fast forward to Mr. Dame when they enter the picture. And okay, before I say that, now Keisha want her to stay, with her brother, but she taking her out to the clubs, and they.
So I think that comes from she's mad at Mookie, and when she's mad at him, she drags Hope along with her, like as her road dog. So I think that's kind of where that came from. But she did kind of say, like, what you got on? Like, my brother's gonna kill you, you wearing this.
Mm-hmm.
But
So then enters Dame.
yes.
That whole spin just threw me for a whole for a loop. I wasn't ready for none of that. That's what made me go back and was like, wait. Let me pause. Let me go back. I didn't pause. I finished reading, but I was like, let me go back and be nosy on these Barango brothers. But Dame wasn't ready for nobody else either.
No, he wasn't. And I heard you asking, I think you were talking to Ayana and Allegra, and you were like, what happened between him and Raina?
Right. So I'm like, did I miss something somewhere? Did I miss something in the book somewhere? Because
No, it was just a lapse of time in which I never gave the story in between. So when they
okay,
had stopped seeing each other, when they had, I think when the Borrego brothers book ended, they were,
in a
still
good
young,
place. They were
in
still
a good
they were
place.
in a good place. I mean, and then he did explain to Hope. He did explain to Hope, kind of what their situation was. That he said, I asked her to marry for our whole family, and she said no. But she wanted, I was like, damn. Especially after went back and read the Barango Brothers and how they all were so close, and the families got so close. So for him to get down on his knee and so it made us wonder what happened beside her just wanting her independence. Besides,
Yeah,
we're
I
independent.
think too that was just a little bit of a, karma, a little bit of get back for all the stuff that he kind of put her through when they were in high school. That was just my way of just, just giving it to him a little bit. But, they are in the book, it states that they are now engaged. So, and that's Dame and Raina, they're now engaged.
Monique, you need who to bust it wide open? Who? Who?
Hope, hope. So that's the thing. People are disappointed because Miko had his thing with Kitty, but Hope
Right.
did not go all the way with Damien.
And I'm glad she didn't, God doggone it, because that would have been his brother. And no, no, what is wrong with y'all? No, no. I mean, Monique really does not like Miko, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know why. I don't. It was funny. You heard me and Hayana and Orlega say,
Shantae said she's very disappointed. She said that Hope should have been able to get a little bit, is what she said.
not from, okay, now that we know that that's his brother, there would have been no coming back from that.
Correct. There would have been no coming back from that.
Brothers need love too.
Not
You
only that,
are so wrong.
Jen, at the core of Hope, of who she is, she's very demure. She's very, innocent, naive, and sweet. And it would have been out of character for her to take it all away without having that, feeling guilty. She's someone who grew up in the church, and she just didn't want to take it there with him. She just, when she thought about it, that wasn't the man that she loved and that she felt like she was meant to be with. She didn't want to do that with him.
You're gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have
Tiana talking about me. She said sibling love.
Sibling love. No, no. What is wrong with y'all a little wilder on Saturday. I think you all on Fridays. I don't understand.
Somebody said, geez, these are half brothers. So that doesn't count, I guess.
Okay, there would have been no coming back if she had done it, even though she might have been entitled to get with somebody else. But the fact that they ended up being brothers, there would have been no coming back. None at all.
Well, I had it, when I was originally writing the story, I had to pull it back because I originally had Hope getting pregnant.
By somebody else?
Well, she went all the way with Damien and she was pregnant and she doesn't know who because, it was so close together when she was with the two of them. That was the original story, and then I had to scale that back. I had to think about this. I was like, like you said, there's no coming back from that.
I would have put you in the same category with Sherri Lewis and be like, I'm done. I'm done. I am so done. But I know Ayana Leg and I said the other day that it's funny how if these type of men approached us, we'd be like, or did put us, we'd be like, no. But then when you're reading a novel, you'd be like, oh damn, like Malachi is about that drug life, about that life. Miko he's really not about that life.
That's right.
Miko wants to dabble in it. He wants the money. He wants the safe part of that life. He ain't about killing folks. He ain't about
That's right. Yep. He is not about it.
He don't really want to be on the corner. He's not a corner boy. He just wants to be able to, okay, all I gotta do is transport it and bring it back safely, and I can get some money. Okay, I can do that. I ain't doing all that other stuff.
Right, exactly. That was his reaction to seeing that guy hogtied on the floor, or to seeing Ty and Rollo and all them, get killed like that. He's not about that life, like you said, at all. He was okay with driving, but anything beyond that, he's this guy who played football in high school, went to college on a scholarship, graduated. He's not that guy.
Okay, let's touch on Ty, because we know in Heartbreak You, Malachi wasn't playing with Ty. And Ty, I felt like, Ty, who Miss Paris belonged to. You know who she belonged to. Bruh, why you even put yourself in the line of fire like this? And like, you show up at her house, you gonna take your shirt off, talking about it's hot. She's in her night clothes. Malachi showed up in there with the key, opened the door, and it was just all bad from there. And when he said, "You work for me," I was just like, "Oh my god!" Oh, so basically, Malachi shoot. Yeah, Ty was whack. Malachi like sent Ty on about his way, basically, from what I gather, because you didn't really say in either one
Right.
why he left. Because even Miko was like he just like disappeared. He was just gone. So he hightailed it back to Baltimore.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So he was an informant.
Well, there's just a little snippet in there where Ty's Brielle's mom, Ty's
Mm-hmm.
Ty's lady, she explains how when Ty got back home, he got into some trouble.
Right. I saw. Right.
And that part connects to him being an informant. So him getting in trouble and him being an informant, he was an informant as a means to,
Not to stay out of. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Rollo was a sick, twisted individual from Jump. Where do y'all get these people from? Like, how do y'all come up with these psychos? Because sometimes in the back of my mind, I'd be like, "Are y'all about that life? Y'all got y'all."
No, I just got it's just imagination. That's all.
Like, how do
the pit bull? Yeah, the pit bull at his side. Yeah, that's just my imagination.
I want to know how y'all research that though. How y'all research about that? I mean, okay, it be sounding so realistic.
I swear, I hope nobody ever goes through my Google searches because I do.
Right. Okay.
I research a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. So okay. So let's just skip up Leo. They, Rollo basically.
Who said Baltimore with the exclamation point?
I can't see who that is. Tell us who you are, so we know who you are. Because I turned my phone off.
And that's true. I mean, I was, born in Baltimore, but actually, like, when I was younger, we moved probably like 15 miles outside of the city, and that's where I was raised. Mm-hmm. But, my family still lived in Baltimore, so I still had all my aunts and uncles and cousins and everybody that still lived there. So, it's a 15-minute drive from where I grew up. And so I guess seeing the city life,
mm-hmm.
it also helps, for me to be able to write and create, these types of stories and based off of what I see.
Oh, Diane Hawkins.
Baltimore's hood. It is very hood. Yep.
Me, Baltimore is hood. You saying me, but Diane, we didn't know it was you, so it's Diane. Okay. Baltimore's hood. I've never been to Baltimore. I know I went to DC one time, and my friend was like, "Yeah, Baltimore, they Bamas. We don't go over there." What does that mean? For me to be in DC, it's like, oh, I'm close to this and I'm close to this, and let's, I want to hit when I'm that close. I want to hit it. Let me go over here so I can say I've been to so and so, and I've been here. And he was like, "Nah, we don't,
Now, where Hope and Miko lived, that's actually a nice area. If you go like downtown and near the harbor, it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to do. You're going to have different cultures. It's a nice area, but where Miko's mom was living and a lot of the places that I described in that book, yeah, that was the hood.
And she wouldn't.
You're correct, Diane.
And she wouldn't leave that house. Even when he
no, because she's lived there all her life, and she paid her mortgage off, and that was an accomplishment for her. So she didn't want to leave her house. She didn't want to leave her neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people I know are like that. I actually have an aunt who she actually just passed away last year from COVID, and she was the same way. She paid off her house. And she lived, in a rough area or whatever of Baltimore, and that was her home. And she wasn't gonna leave her home.
I understand.
She had worked her whole life, and she was a teacher, and she had worked, I think, 48 years. for Baltimore City schools and paying off her house and raising her two children and her grandchildren. And that was an accomplishment for her. And she knew her neighbors. She felt comfortable there. So,
Right. And wasn't nobody gonna bother her.
right.
So the same thing with Miko's mama. Ain't nobody gonna bother her. Ain't nobody gonna bother Miss Kelsey. They gonna leave her, either they gonna protect her and look out for her, if anything at all.
Exactly.
What, Ayana?
Right. Downtown Harbor is not the same. That's right. It's not.
His mother, I cannot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Was so foolish for not letting his rich daddy know he had another seed out there. I'm gonna get to that and then this is my coworker. That part. Enchantress, behave. Okay, so the revenge on Rollo. I'm not these.
Oh God. Is that Becky?
I don't know who that is, but I'm not putting it up. I'm not putting.
That sound like Becky. I don't even want to repeat it online.
I see it. That's why I'm not putting it up, because I will be putting this on my YouTube channel. So I'm they'll be marking my stuff rated R. No, I'm not putting that up. But we see you.
Becky, Shante said she confirmed that was Becky. I knew it. I knew that was Becky.
So for them okay, Rollo was sick and twisted. We figured that out from Jump Street. I mean, and so he is the one that tried to take Miko out, or you just left us hanging with our
no, he did. He was the one, because he wanted Malachi's connect. Malachi was pulling out of the game, and he was just like, okay, this is the way to get him here. And so if I take him out, I have a better shot, without going through him as the middleman. If I get rid of them, I have a better shot. So yeah, it was him.
He said, he want me? Okay, I'm coming. I said, right. Look, it's going down now. Oh God, you don't woke the beast. You don't woke the beast, and it's about to go down. So, okay, so this is where I'm gonna tell you, I was confused. Okay. So the quiet guy and the big quiet guy in the back, who was he? The one that killed the little girl? Like,
he was just another goon that was with him. Okay. And so he was just one of Malachi's people that he had brought up with him.
Mm-hmm. And when he said no witnesses, it's like, you killed the baby. Like, I'm not even gonna say Johnny, Sherri. I'm not gonna say Johnny killed the baby. The goon killed the baby, y'all. New ninja. That hurt my heart though, for real. Because she was like, God, I'm so scared.
I know, and that that hurt my feelings too. But I think I just did it because I wanted more of an impact for Miko. I wanted him to reconnect with his family, and I wanted him to just be so brought down to his knees. I think seeing Maddie almost getting hurt, killing Ty was one thing, but seeing a child, he has a son at home, seeing a child being taken from this lifestyle that he was living, I wanted to bring him to his knees. And I wanted to bring him back to his family with a new mindset.
Mm-hmm. You think she would have told? She didn't see nothing. She was hiding in the closet.
Right. Yeah.
That could have been, trust me, I am not telling you how to write your story. I'm responding to Sherri, like, I don't know if she would have told, because they could have easily twisted it, like they came to save her or rescue her, or but then it could have went the other way if the police was investigating and blah blah blah.
Well,
but
I think that's true, but Malachi wasn't going to kill her.
No,
I don't think Bull was going to kill her, and Miko certainly wasn't going to kill her. It was this guy who lived by those set of rules.
Right, and then they turned around and killed him. Right. Okay. Well, she would have told her mama that her goddaddy saved her. That's how I look at it. She would have told her mama, my goddaddy saved me. He saved me. These people were shooting and he was there. That's
what were you doing there, goddaddy? What were you doing there, Miko? How did you know where they were at?
Girl, it was a pool party. I was at the pool party too. I just got there late. I mean, come on now. We could have, But you're right. You're right. He needed to be brought down to his knees and remember um
What's
what
most important in life? Yeah.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So after all of that, and then I don't know if I could have went to the funeral and played it.
Knowing right what happened to both of them.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think I could have pulled that off. So
I think it would have looked odd if he didn't show up, though.
yeah. So now he got to take care of old girl for life. So Johnny wanted us all to have what?
Heart failure. Listen, it was either Brielle or Maddie. Brielle or Maddie. Which one did y'all want?
No,
one I was going.
No, Maddie has to keep being around. Okay, so then Hope gets she's made her resolve that she's not gonna fool with Dame like that, but she shows up at the dinner. Boy, and them sisters, when they ride for each other, I mean they ride for each other. Which is great because my grandmother always taught my mother and her siblings, you look out for your brother, you look out for you. So you take care of your brother, you take care of your sister. So I saw nothing wrong with that, but I was like, okay, y'all got Hope sitting here by herself and y'all just coming for her left and right. She don't have no control over what Dame is doing like that.
Right. And like you said, they were just looking out for their sister. But if you've read the Borrego brothers book, and the oldest sister, Risa, and the youngest sister, those two were the most kindest.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, their personalities remain true even in that one little scene. Rita was trying to be the peacemaker, and Raina, when she did finally meet her, she wasn't ugly towards her. But the other two, Romy and Raquel, yeah.
Yeah, Raquel.
Rolling her eyes.
Oh my God. And I think that's what really made me want to go back and read it when he was like, come on, let me talk to you for a minute. And it was like two evil people together can't be like.
You thought Mello was evil?
Not evil, just moody. But then I also understand after I read it, like,
right.
Poor child was traumatized.
Right, yeah.
What he thought
was my favorite.
Reality. I know. What he thought was a dream was reality. And he ain't wrapped too tight either. The way he played her with the whole iPad, have it on the porn station, making her think something was going on, and she was outside losing her mind in front of that frat house. And then she break the window.
She did. Yeah, neither one of them were wrapped too tight. You're correct.
Right, okay. That's two firecrackers ready to just explode together. But to find out that is his brother, that must mean you got something else up your sleeve with that whole storyline there.
I do. I have something planned, something in the works, where just one story, one novel, and it will incorporate the Borrego brothers and Hope and Miko. So I'll say that. I won't say when it's coming, but I do have something in mind.
What you mean she didn't trip? Hope was scared as all get out when she rolled up with at first she wasn't, but then when Miko came outside and lost his doggone mind and saw them together, he didn't want to hear nothing. She was
said, don't forget about Kitty.
I didn't like her. I promise you, I didn't like her.
What did Kitty do? Kitty didn't do nothing. What'd she do?
I just didn't like her.
Did y'all like Kitty? Kiana said, "Will we see more of Ugly Kitty?" No, you won't see no more of Kitty. Why Kitty gotta be ugly?
I didn't like that because Miss Kelsey said she was ugly. No, ugly girl. Mika said, "Ma, she is not ugly. Oh, ugly girl." Allegra said Kitty gave her whole vibes. Oh my God. Yeah, she did. don't want to call that woman a hoe. I don't. She was about her money. She was about her business. But to me, she was okay. You're his realtor, and at no point did she. I don't know. I don't. I ain't like her too much. Yeah, and I ain't like the fact. Yeah, I'm not. I'm still team. I'm still team Miko. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon with Monique. But it's not fair that Miko was sleeping with Kitty, but then had the nerve to be mad if Hope slept with somebody else. Now I wouldn't have been mad. Okay, I would not have been mad at the whole scenario of if she had slept with somebody not knowing whose baby it was, because you know that would have been only karma getting back at him. I just, for me, the brother thing wasn't gonna work for me. I
Right.
would that would have just took me that would have just took me over the top.
What I've been getting is that some of the readers wanted Hope to take it just a little bit further. And since you're going to put this on you to YouTube, I won't say what they wanted exactly. But
I know
even though she did have sex with Dame, they want her and Dame to take it another step further.
gotcha. I got you. I understand. The audacity on sale. Buy one, get one free.
I might say Kitty's ghetto and messy.
He's not trash, Monique. I am so shocked at you, Monique Bailey. I am so shocked at you. I promise you I am. She don't he's not trash. Oh my God.
Deja said, "Eat the pudding."
I knew it. That's what I figured. Once he backed off, then she was good with email. Get the D they needed to meet in person. Yeah, I feel like she seduced him. I ain't lying, care for her.
She did seduce him, but there was that little conversation, if you remember, between him and Mookie, where he was like, you're living in your mother's basement now, you're moping around. It's been months since you and Hope, since she put you, since y'all aren't together. What are you doing? Like, why not move forward and live your life? And Hope was really pushing him away. So
I don't understand you, Monique. I swear to God, I don't. She said,
she said they got close. They did get close. Did y'all think? Oh, that's a good question. I wanted to know. Did y'all think that they actually did have sex?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I did. I did until with Hope ended up telling that they didn't.
Right.
They didn't. They saying one time they want him to do it one time. I can't either. Maisha, I'm with you. I can Hope, because Hope is just this, even though she was striving for her independence, that's just not in her nature.
Right.
Like she wasn't able to go through with the abortion. I never thought. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was like scared, like, oh, please don't. But I just couldn't see her going through with it at all. But I did think it was a boss move when she said, "Ain't no baby," and slammed the door. That's a boss move right there. That's a boss move.
Right, Maisha. I can't imagine her sleeping with anybody but Miko. But Miko being a man, I mean, I know that's a double standard, but with him being a man, he did it.
Who is this? Who is this?
It's got to be. Is that Becky? I don't know anything that's crazy. I always think that's Becky.
Oh my God. Okay, so the fact that I was happy that, well, first of all, Miko couldn't get nothing past Betty.
Terry said Hope was a wholesome church girl, right?
Yeah, that was
right. She had strayed a little bit, because I think in the book she kind of admits, like, God, I haven't been to church. I'm losing myself, and so she was trying to get back to who she really was, trying to get her independence. And it would not have been true to her nature had she had gone through and had sex with Damien.
Y'all saying Mimi, my Mimi said just the tip. Y'all saying that's my Mimi? I'm shocked. Allegra said that's Mimi. Lord have mercy.
That's Mimi?
I know, right? Mimi? So overall, let me just ask this. How did y'all, Allegra say, your Mimi? Overall, how did y'all feel about the book? Did y'all like the ending? I like the ending. I'm glad that Miko got his mind right and took her back to that they moved back home to Carolinas. What did y'all think? Everybody's laughing, saying, "I'm shocked, y'all," because Mimi, Mimi will throw me. Mimi will shock me every now and then, but that just threw me off. I wasn't ready for y'all to say it was Mimi. Who is yo? You glad she proposed so she could hush? Well, after all he did to her, how they got together, he should have proposed way before then. But then I like the fact that he admitted that he didn't know how to be a husband. He
Right.
barely knew how to be. He learned how to be a good boyfriend, but he didn't know how to be a husband. And that is true with some men. If they've never seen that, it's either one way or the other for most men. If they haven't seen it, they don't know how to be, and they're flying by the cuss and they're trying to do the best that they can.
Right, exactly. And also, he just kind of admits too, like there was a part of him that was missing. He didn't know who his dad was. He tells her like, how could I give you my last name when I didn't even know what it was? It's just there was a part of him that was missing. He'd never seen anybody growing up. His mother didn't have a husband or even a stable relationship. She had been on and off with men in her life, coming in and out of their home. It just wasn't something that he was used to seeing. And he was just like, oh, we got a good thing going. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
mess up what we already have. And a lot of men think that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's already good, why ruin it with something else?
Right. And Malachi is the exact opposite, even though he was a thug. I don't even like to call Malachi a thug. See what I'm saying? Like we fall in love with these. There's no way we wouldn't fool with these men if they walked up to us on the street. But you read about them, and it's like your heart just. Let me speak for myself because see, then y'all are eat me alive in them comments. And I just be like, oh no, don't go to jail. Oh no, don't get shot. Oh no, I don't want nothing bad. He's a lover and a thug. Right. That combination of a roughneck, I need you to be a little thuggish, but I need you to be a good dude on
Right.
top of.
And I think Malachi is, if you can remember when him and Paris first met each other and she was kind of like frowning and looking at him like, ooh, like, you were not my type.
That would have been me. Nigga, pull your pants up.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, look at this. Pull your pants up, please. Please. My co-teacher and I, them little boys in our room, don't come in here. Go get a belt. I'll tie some. I'll get some string and make. You better find a belt. You better keep them pants pulled up. She'll tell you. Let her me. Genesis, I'm still not really talking to you because you won't tell me where I can find. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Let you meet Daddy Borrego in these streets. Yeah, he
Girl.
gets around now. He gets around for sure.
Okay, like I wasn't ready for that. And then when what's the oldest brother that showed up?
Micah, yeah.
Mike showed up and was like, "Man, my parents just got back together. I don't know what."
Like you're not the only one with any problems, right? Yeah,
Right,
because of what had happened in the Borrego brothers story, where he actually slept with his wife's sister, and they had a love child, and that whole time, all of his life, he had thought that he was a cousin, but he was actually their brother. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't ready for that. What you saying, Allegra? Let me meet a real life Malachi. She do a gold tooth gangster. Yeah.
Miss Allegra.
You ain't sharing no benefits with nobody. Be quiet. Yes, she said the benefits. She sure did. The benefits. Yeah, yeah, Terry, you need to go back and read the Barango brothers. It's a good story. It really is. It's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them sisters was confusing me. Okay, this sister. Okay, yeah, this sister's with this brother. Yeah, but I loved it. I really, I did. I loved it.
And see, that's another thing. Like as a writer, that I've been trying to work on. That was my very first book. And so writing from two point of views, you would think it would be easier, but because I've always written from so many, it was actually harder just to write Hope and Miko back and forth to write just from their point of views because I'm used to
Really?
jumping from character to character to character. Even in Love in the Game, I had, multiple characters. So this was something different for me to write just Hope and Miko's story.
Well, it was. I mean, I loved it. I'm looking forward to um Asha. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking more forward to Frankie and Josh because you get. I feel like there's stuff there. So much
Right,
stuff there. With him being
right.
in law school and her being in medical school, that's already hard.
Yes.
But just a little bit that we saw when Paris and Hope went to New York to visit, it's like, oh, what is going on here? Wait.
Right, exactly. Right, and that was just a little snippet of them, but I actually think you'll enjoy Asha. And I'll just go ahead and say, and I've shared with some readers before, but she's matured and she has been inspired by someone and she is making a change in her life. She's very career focused, going from somebody who was using men for money to realizing that she can have it on her own and that she can achieve success on her own. That's
Mhm.
her story. So I think you will enjoy it. I don't think she's not quite the same. She's the same Asha, but she's matured. I'll say that.
Y'all petty. People think I'm petty. Y'all petty. Get out of Miss Taylor's business. That's not your business.
Right. Right. She thought it was better to say that she had three baby daddies than to admit that she actually had four.
Why, Monique? You don't like him. Why? Why you want to know if he's gonna be in any more books? You
You
don't
trying
like
to say you're not gonna read my stories, Monique, if he's in there?
of
He's
course
gonna
he's gonna be
you'll
around.
get glimpses. Actually, you'll get glimpses of all the girls in every book. So I'll just say that. Like, you'll get glimpses of the girls and their guys in every single book, but it will be each girl's story. Josh,
They better
all I
not.
know is that
I'm,
they better
I'm
not break up.
Genesis, I'm right along with you. They bet after all they've been through, after all they've been through. Okay, so how is it going? Asha is next, then after her, do you know who's next? Or because
I
somebody
do
said
know
that
who's
you gotta
next, but if but if I say it,
that's what we'll be
probably
looking for.
I'll get harassed because some people are dying for Paris and Malachi, and some people are dying for Frankie and Josh. And if I say, I'll put it at the back of Asha's book, like I did this one. I'll put it in the back of
Okay.
that one.
Okay. That'll work. I don't be caring. I just be, when it drops, I'm on it. I be trying to be on it. I swear I try to be on it. But if you guys haven't read the Barango Brothers, I highly recommend that. Then I highly recommend. I just recommend you go in order because we didn't see anything about the Barango Brothers in
Loving the Game.
Loving the Game.
No, no, those are completely different characters. Those
Will we
ones
ever
don't.
see those characters ever again?
Probably not.
Okay,
Probably
and
not.
I'm fine with the way it closed out. I just was just wondering.
I will say that next month I'll be dropping like a little Valentine's Day novelette. So anybody who's read my story, Meeting Noble Shaw in Beer Gang Chronicles, it was actually like a novella altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Um, anybody who's ever read that, it's a new story called Loving Noble Shaw, and it's a Valentine's Day novelette. So that's coming next month. Oh, Terry said she loved Loving the Game. Thank you,
I did
Terry.
too. I think that was the first book we read. What we not gonna do? We're not bringing Ezra. We're not bringing Ezra or none of that drama. They always keep my man's name out your mouth, y'all. Lord have mercy. Yes, they be girl. Ayana first girl by Lord have mercy. They are funny. They are funny. Everybody that knows me knows I don't do a whole lot of talking in groups, but them Bourbon Street bookers will make me sit back and laugh laugh, laugh, laugh with all of their drama about who is first lady of this, whose man is who. They are hilarious.
Well, everybody here knows that I'm Sunset, so I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. Love Belvin already knows she done signed it to me in the book. So y'all
Lord,
already know. Y'all can have Ezra.
they can have Ezra. I don't want. I mean, not like that. All I know is Raji is my best friend. That's all I know. I don't care what nobody say. Raji is my best friend. If you didn't know, now you do know.
Genesis says she's First Lady Carmichael.
Well, you and Ayana, y'all can have that. I only know one for. I'm like Asmir in um uh muted. He said when she said Raina Brim Jacobs, he said I know no such person. So the only person I know is Lex Carmichael. That's the only person I know. Come on, I. All right, so we know what's coming next. Ain't no events popping this year, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. I know I'm not. I'm doing something virtual. So what's next on your agenda? And I haven't reached out to anybody yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing any events this year until I see some things turn around with COVID. So I don't have anything scheduled, but just, just continuing to work. I have, like I said, that novelette coming, and then I have Seeking Asha, that's what I'm currently working on. And I think you guys will be surprised by that book. I don't think
But she showed
if you're remembering Asha from the end of the book versus
yeah, I was just going to say
that she'd been through, to get to that point. If you keep
mm-hmm.
her there right at the end of the book, that's what's going to carry her into her own story.
Okay. So will we see her love interest in this one at all?
Yes, you
She's gonna
will.
come back around. Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's definitely a love story. It's definitely a love story.
Okay. What is y'all? She's the only one with receipts. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well, I have truly enjoyed. Do you guys have any questions when y'all not fighting about Ezra Carmichael, who ain't even in this book? That ain't even what you here for.
She's going from gold digger to gold digger. Oh, that's so good. Yes, she is. Whoever said that, that's exactly right.
I like that.
Me too.
Yes.
Who said that? So I can give you credit when I use it.
Yeah, who said that? Don't say me. You gotta tell us who you are. They busy fighting about Ezra. And Ezra ain't nowhere in this. I've never even held the discussion about Ezra Carmichael. Oh, that's Mimi. Are you dropping gems tonight, huh, Mimi? Mimi was dropping gems tonight.
Thank you, Mimi.
Malachi is a young ass man. All right. All right. It has been a little bit over an hour, and I truly appreciate you taking time out your Saturday evening to come and chat with me as I run my mouth, which I have since the pandemic. I've loved it. I have enjoyed doing this.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I appreciate you having me, and thank you guys for everybody who read and who reads my work. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you, Josh, and all of Indie Love. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Any quick questions before we close out? And y'all can finish y'all arguing about First
She
Lady.
said syphilis almost took her out, so
Yeah.
it'll be good to see her evolve. It did. Syphilis almost took Asha out. So yeah, she has evolved.
That I ain't gonna lie, that hurt my heart too, even though it was Asha. I was like, oh, ouch.
That was another bring her to her knees moment. I had to.
Yeah, and then had to find out in front of your mama, I would have cried. I would have been like, oh God. I think I would have just pulled the covers. I would have take me, Lord, just go on and oh, in front of my
her daddy was on the way, wasn't he? Wasn't he? She had to tell her dad too.
Okay. Oh God, just take me on out. Okay, Tara is asking, these authors don't be giving us no real release dates.
I don't have a date, but I'll just say that I'm shooting for spring. That's what I've been saying, is that's what I've been working towards, is a spring release. So
Well, Genesis knew. Okay.
yeah, Genesis, she be in the know. Me and her talk. So
And
she's always in the know.
oh, she said it didn't bring her to her knees enough. Shorty telling everybody she had did it. But she started acting right.
She
After
did.
she got it, she started acting right. No, that's not the one. I hope the NBA player's white wife took all his money and left him. Yeah, he played Asha. He played her he played her big time. I
I wasn't
wasn't
even mad.
mad at him though.
No.
I wasn't mad at him because she was plotting on him.
She was plotting on him, but he was kind of plotting on her too. I think her whole thing was that she was using guys for money, but he was using her for money. She ended up paying for him in a lot of ways. So,
Okay, so Malachi took out homeboy and homegirl.
you talking about Malachi took out Ty?
No, the guy that beat up Asha, and then
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah. But I mean, we don't ever say that because I don't want any. There aren't any repercussions.
right, I know, and then when she came up, look, when they said she came up missing, I was like, I wouldn't cross him for nothing in the world. Whatever he say, you want me to take this where? Okay, can I get some gas? No, what? Don't even worry about it. I'm gone. I wouldn't cross him for nothing in the world.
I wasn't even thinking about that scene, but now that I'm thinking about it, can you imagine Paris coming from where she's from, the people that she's used to being around, to seeing that on a college campus, a girl getting beaten right in front of
Right,
her,
right. And
and
see,
she's saying, "Let's call the cops," and they're like, "No, what are you talking about? Call the cops."
that's what I shared that when I talked with Allegra and Ayana that I went to a school, like I didn't go to Beverly Hills High, but I went to Fairfax High School, which is just like it with a very mixed group of people. Um, I went to school with Paris, with the Parises of the world, so that were to everybody and mama had a car. The parking lot was always full at the high school I went to. I went to school with somebody, I mean, just like Paris. We were cracking up that she kept saying, wait, what was she saying? Historically, what was it? Historically bonded? Is that what she was saying?
Yeah, historically bonded.
Historically bonded college. And I was just like, when is somebody gonna correct this girl?
Sorry.
When is somebody gonna correct her? And when she kept saying it, I almost felt like her best friend, had more blackness than she did. It's like, girl, girl. Oh, and Ayana was so hurt that her mother had just abandoned her, had just, did her so wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
All in the name of I want you to get to know your people. Girl, bye.
Her
I
mom
can't
is
imagine.
selfish. She's very selfish. Like she admitted early on, Paris admitted her backstory was that she had spent a lot of time alone.
Mm. She had the night before she's going to school. And you off somewhere, and you're sitting her across. I mean, not just one state line, several state lines. Like, come on. I wasn't ready for that though. But again, it was very. I mean, like I said, I've loved everything that you excuse me, that you have done. And I appreciate you spending this time with us. Yes, I will be posting this up on Instagram. Will Frankie's dad be featured in her book?
Yes, Frankie and Josh's story is very faith based. And her dad is a big part of her life and a big part of how she has, her connection to God. So he's there. He's going to be a part of her story. He's a part of her backstory, and he's going to be a part of her and Josh's story moving forward. So
I'm sorry, Maisha. I didn't see your 5 questions that you asked. I'm so sorry. And none of them been answered. I'm so sorry. I apologize, Maisha, your 5 questions. If you throw them up again right now, which I don't understand, I'm looking at the screen. I'm trying to follow along with the comments. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Allegra asked, how did Heather feel about not being a maid of honor at the wedding, and being replaced by these sisters? I I don't really know, but I would gather that she feels some type of way. But I think as we get older, sometimes our high school best friends, you know, we don't grow, not all the time, but a lot of times, we separate and we go our own separate ways. And so that's kind of the norm. The fact that she still has a connection with her high school best friend, I think is
That says a lot.
that says a lot, right? About who they are. The fact that she's going to still be in her wedding, that to her is still saying that we're close. But Paris and Hope are best friends. They are sisters.
Mm-hmm. Maisha, I'm waiting. I'm sorry. She said I finally got one answered. Girl, I'm so sorry. I am so so sorry. I didn't see it. But I don't see nothing else popping up. So, and we have gone over an hour. But like again, I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining me. I don't know who's next, y'all, to be honest with you. I don't know. But I'll definitely be back. That is for sure. Thank you, Maisha. I promise you, next time I'll be paying more attention. You guys have a good evening. Johnny, hold on 1 second. You guys have a good evening. Keep the conversation going if you need be, and we'll be able to pop in and I can, Johnny feels like she can go through and, because it's a lot. I know it's a lot of comments. And if it's something we missed, we can go back through and, possibly answer it. So have a good night. Have a great rest of your Saturday evening and a great Sunday. And I will be seeing you guys.
Bye. Thank you.